What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. At Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below as usual. Um, this video is entitled Conscious and Ratchet. I've always had an issue with this when I look at it, and I look online and I look at people in the conscious community, and and I look at people who in life take on the ideology of consciousness in our community, and the contradiction is always evident that a lot of these people are conscious and at the same time ratchet, which to me is just ridiculous. And what I mean by that is when you're conscious, you quote unquote at a higher level, you're at a higher vibration, you're awakened to not gonna say the finer things in life, but the more righteous things in life. But the problem to me is when you're awakened to the more righteous things in life, how are you holding on to all this ratchet stuff? And most people don't want to admit that they're holding on to this. Let's just start with certain things. How is it that some of y'all are still drug addicts? Weed isn't a drug. You still smoking. And I can tell you not live. You're still eating bad. You're still how can I say this? You're still drinking, and you can tell this by some of y'all, by how y'all look. Some of y'all skin. Some of y'all are drug addicts. You can see that some of y'all on cocaine. Some of y'all smoke weed. Some of y'all just smoke cigarettes and Black and Miles and cigars to the point where, it's you can see it in your face and your skin. Some of you are eating bad because you can see how unhealthy you look, and at the same time, some of you are drinkers because you can tell it by your mannerisms. And the problem is to me is at the end of the day, how are you conscious? Like, you read a couple of books? Okay, so you read a couple of books now. So because you read a couple of books and you feel like your third eye is open now, you're going to still do the stuff that's detrimental to you. How righteous can you be? So to me, you're conscious, but you're ratchet. Some of you guys are reformed criminals who you found consciousness, but you're still clinging on to your degenerate mindset. And it's kind of like, you meet a Christian who they'll use the Bible to their convenience. They'll learn the Bible and use it to their convenience in an opportunistic manner to justify their BS. And you're like, that's not what those scriptures meant, man. Like, no. You just decided to do something out of pocket and tried to once again hustle religion to say, you see, God told me I could do this. Like the same way people talk about, the criminals who own slaves. God told me, you can have slaves. Nah, don't even try that. Like you're a degenerate. But there are a lot of people who are conscious and ratchet like that. And you can tell because at the end of the day, they'll hustle you with that same criminal mindset. And brother, it's just business, brother. And you don't understand because of the consciousness. No. This is a hustle to you. And that's why I say conscious and ratchet, because Consciousness for some people is a hustle. It's a new way to generate income. And and I hate to say it like this, and I can tell it in some of y'all by the twisted smile that y'all have, by the look in y'all eyes when y'all on camera. You know, y'all, brother, it's the demented ass smile you got. I'm like, yeah, he real conscious. She real conscious. Yeah, she ratchet as hell. This is a way to buy their new Benz. That's what this is about. Some of y'all are conscious and ratchet by the way that you by sexuality. Oh, I want to be polygamous. I want to be polyamorous. No, you're just a sexual deviant who just want to have sex all the time and using consciousness to do it. Because, and I'm going to get into why in a minute. Because really, y'all don't want the responsibilities of taking care of multiple families that goes with the polyamory or polygamy and polyamory. You know, you don't want the responsibility of having. You want to have 2, 3, 4, 5 wives to have sex with, but you don't want to have, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 children and wives to take care of. That you don't want that. So you just ratchet. You just want to be able to have a harem at your disposal. Same thing with the women. You want polyamory. But you don't want polyamory on both ends. You don't want to be able to go to your group of guys and your guys have a group of girls and you got to take care of their kids and they got to take care of your kids, and you don't want that situation. You don't want he'll take care of this financially, but you'll take care of this child's this, and you'll take care of that child's this, and you don't want that part. You just want the ability to call somebody up when you want somebody to hit it, and them to come to your bedroom rescue. So you're just being ratchet, using consciousness. A little deeper than that, I'm gonna get into this. You're conscious, but you're ratchet because you don't like responsibility. Sometimes people are saying things, you're so conscious, you don't want to work. You saying you're going business for yourself. Okay, go in business for yourself. That's not a big problem. But that doesn't mean if you're not successful going in business for yourself, that doesn't mean just don't feed yourself and feed your family. Don't take care of yourself. No, what that means is you got to get out there and work. That's what that means. And some of you guys are swearing that you're conscious, but really you just lazy guys who are using consciousness as an excuse to not be an adult. Women the same way, So to me, you're conscious and ratchet. The other thing about it is some of these lifestyles that consciousness is going about. You don't want your children living these lifestyles. Now the crazy part about it is you'll raise your children in these lifestyles for you because this is what you want. But you wouldn't want your kids to be on the receiving end of the lifestyle that you want. So that lets me know you it's not real. Like what I mean by that is, you might want polygamy, right? But you don't want your daughter to be the third wife. You might want polyamory, but you might not want your son to be the third husband. You might want how can I say this? You might want to do the we're gonna be conscious and we're gonna spread this consciousness to the world, but you got to deal with the community, and if you working for the system of white supremacy, but you don't want to take care of your child when your child's an adult. Like, well, mama or daddy or mama, I can't go out and work in this world because of white supremacy. I'm gonna just sit at this home in this house with you, brother and sister, and until white supremacy is over, I'm never gonna leave. No, you're gonna say no. Get out of my house. You grown. See, I'm not responsible for you as an adult, but you want But on the flip side, you want society to be responsible for you as an adult, but you don't want to be responsible for your adult children. That's my point. So you're conscious, but you're ratchet. You wanna let's fight the system, let's fight the man, but you don't want your children to be alcoholics and drug addicts and obese and eating bad and putting everything on, everybody else. Like, because now when you're watching your children not live up to their potential, it's like, no, this ain't white supremacy, this you. But see, you might be passing down this conscious but ratchet mindset. And that's why I keep saying conscious and ratchet, or conscious but ratchet, because there are people who are conscious who are not ratchet. But there are people right now who came up trying to combine both and trying to get the benefits of being both. And it's like, nah. And some of y'all are sitting out here like, man, it's not right. Yeah, it is true. Because some of you guys want to be conscious and ratchet, but you want to be like a rapper who makes all their music telling people to sell drugs, kill their own people, pimping, gang banging, gun running, gambling, but then have a family move to the suburbs and say, man, I'm not living that life. I don't want my children around all of that. That's what you're doing with consciousness. And y'all don't want to admit it. But to me, that's one of the biggest problems with it. That's just my opinion on that particular part. So we out.